everybody. Hope you're doing well today. Let's get the camera on here. Alright, so what we're going to do today is, sorry about that, we are going to take my headphones off so I'm not screaming at you. What we're going to do today is we are going to check and see the difference between a modified muffler, just the muffler cover, on these two Stihl saws, okay? The reason I'm doing this is because I have a hunch that my MS462 is actually slower with the current muffler mod I have. Now, to give you an idea, the muffler mod that I have on most saws gains it's hard to say. On a 660 build ported saw, I gained 1.5 seconds more than the standard muffler cover with just a pipe on it, with with the mod. I don't know what the timing was on the modded standard muffler cover, but this mod that I did, I gained about 1.5 seconds on a 660 build, and on a 440 build, again, about a second and a half. So it's definitely a good mod. It definitely works on some saws. I have a hunch on this 462 that it's slowing it down, and I want to check it, but I figured for comparison, let's break out the MS400. Just so you're aware, neither one of these saws is fully broke in yet. They both have about 2 tanks run through them, and that's it. So they're not, they're not fireballs yet, but they're getting there. They're breaking in nicely. So what I'm going to do is, they both have the modded muffler on them right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do the cuts now, and we're losing some daylight here, so I want to get this done as soon as possible. So I'm going to do the cuts. I'm going to pause you guys for a minute. I'm going to run inside. I'm going to put the stock cover, muffler cover back on, and then I'll be right back out. So without further ado, let me get going on this, because I'm losing daylight. So I'll show you each saw when I start, and we'll go from there. You should be able to see. I got the this will be the piece for the 462 right here. And this will be the piece for the 460 or 400 right here. Hopefully you guys can see that. So let me get going on this. Stand by. I'll be right back, guys. Alright guys, I'm back already. I don't know whose bright idea it was to change hot muffler covers on hot chainsaws, but yours truly, I did it. I felt like I was on a chainsaw pit crew, but we got it done. Still got some daylight. So I'm not going to clown around with this. I'm going to start these things up and get these cuts in, and then maybe we'll do some talking, and we'll look at the difference between them, okay? Alright, stand by. Let's get this done. What do you guys think? I'm sure you probably know a lot more about it than I do because you were probably watching the clock. It's a mystery to me. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the film. So the film is the proof is in the pudding, as they say. This is this is going to be real fun. I'm really anxious to see this and see how it turns out, and then we can go from there. But you know, if the stock, I'm thinking if the stock mufflers or the stock covers faster, you know, the ladder's not faster, but boys are going to be screaming and hollering, and if the modded cover is faster, then obviously the guys from the other team are going to be screaming and hollering. And if I had to guess, I'm going to say, just from personal experience, the MS400 is probably a little bit faster with the modded muffler on it. The 462, I don't know. I felt like I had more power with the modded cover on it, but I don't know. It seemed like maybe it was cutting a little faster with the stock cover. So it's definitely going to be good to see. If you guys want to stand by for 2 seconds, I'm going to run and grab the covers and show you what's behind what I do with these things, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I'm back now, and here's what I have. Alright, so we all know what the stock cover looks like. It looks like this without this. This is a stock cover modified. All I did was I welded this piece in there. I'm sure you can see that. Hopefully it's focused enough. It's got some burn marks on it. Sorry, I'm trying to hold this stuff. It's got some burn marks on it. By the way, if I seem a little chilly, I'm dressed for it. I'm sweating underneath. But it is about 29 degrees out right now, so it's getting nice. I love it like this. I do. Went downstairs last night to grab something. Had the wood stove just a kicking. 73 degrees in the house. And I looked over and my furnace was sitting there, feet propped up, cigarette in his mouth and a beer in his hand watching TV. The furnace says, I got no work. Wood stove's carrying it all. It's a dad joke. Give me a break. This is the stock cover with a piece of stainless tube welded in it. I sandblasted the whole thing to give it a finish and then burnt something on it. I think that was bark. It's bark burn right there. So focus on that, please. Thank you. So that's what that is. And without it, you just have the little side outlet, which you guys are all familiar with. Okay, so what do I do? The MS400. This is what I do. That's the inside. Oval. Matches, it picks up the, I got a little cutouts right there for the heads of the screws, and that picks up right in front of the exhaust port with a little gap so that air can travel around it. All right, and then I put the pipe on the front of it. Doing a little focus in here. I guess I should be standing out of the frame maybe. Let me angle you guys down. See if we can do better that way. So there's the front. There's the inside. That's what it looks like. Same thing on the 462. You got the pipe on the inside, pipe on the outside, and this is just a piece of thin plate. I think this is 18 gauge. It's nothing heavy. I don't want anything heavy up there. I want it to be able to work. So I'm gonna go and excuse me. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna look at the film, and I'm gonna make this a video so I can post it here before too long, and we are gonna see what the difference is. So stand by and let's see what these results are, and I'll try to time it as best as I can and post it up there, and then everybody can complain or yeah I was right or whatever. But you guys have fun with it, enjoy it, and if you want to see any other videos like this, comparisons, stuff like that, let me know. Oh, one thing I did forget is both these saws have Redbeard Saws intakes. They have the foam filter from Redbeard Saws. I like them. They filter very well. I don't know how much performance. I think you do definitely get some performance out of them. I don't know how much. I never did it with or without. That might be a comparison for another day. Stock setup versus that. But on these Stihls, it's a good bit of work. It's not just a bolt on. It's a good bit of, you got to take a lot of stuff apart. Not a lot, but you got to take some stuff apart to get in there and change it. I could do it, but it would take a little bit longer. So let's get in there and see what this is, see what it does, and we'll get back to you. All right, guys. So here we are. I'm back in the shop. I'm getting ready to change these things back to the modified mufflers or covers. Covers. They are. It's always been the stock. Let me show you here. This has always been the stock muffler itself with this outlet right here. This is. I've never changed the box, the can itself, just the cover. So I'm sure you saw that. And if you have one of these saws, you know what the difference between the cover and the can itself. But anyway, so the fact that I'm changing it back tells you right there. Louder's faster, bro. Sorry. Spoiler. Louder's faster. You do the times. I will say on the 462, it was close. It was very close. Like within a second. Less than a second. About 3/4 of a second. I do know on the 462, at the beginning of the first tank, when I first tried it, this stock muffler was a little faster. I think. I don't have video proof to show specifically, but I know from running it, I could tell it had more bottom, more torque, more power with the stock muffler. So I guess what I'm saying is, with you have the MS462, go with maybe leave the stock cover on it until it's broke in, if you want. I did not, and I'm not going to. I'm going to change it right back, and I'm going to keep on going, because both of these saws are going to come apart in the near future. For the record, to me, that's sometime in the next year or so, I guess. And they're going to get ported. I poured all my saws, so I just thought it would be fun to do a stock saw muffler mod test. Now, I know on the Husqvarnas, for the Husqvarna crowd out there, it's a little different. The XP series, this is off of a this guy here is off of a 545, which is not the XP series. You got to go 550 to get to the XP series, but it's a 50cc muffler. Okay, all the XP series, except for the 92, the 592, the XP5 series have these funky look. They don't have a cover on them, is my point. So there's just the Stihls have the cover on them that you can change. So these are a little different. So what I do on these mufflers is I leave the stock opening, and I will cut in right in here, and put an outlet, put another pipe on there. Or in the case of this 545, I have two 545s. That's going to be another video, by the way. One of them has a modded stock muffler, and the other one has a pipe on it. Not a dirt bike pipe, not like a piped chainsaw like you're thinking. It has just a quick. I'll show it to you in the other video. Just stay tuned. That'll be another video. We'll do 545 by 545, and if I can get my 261 to act right, maybe we'll throw that in and see. But 261's having some issues. I don't know if it's electrical. I don't know. I don't know if it's with a processor or whatever. It came to me barely running. I don't want to spoiler alert there or ruin it, but basically, I got it from a guy, a saw shop, believe it or not, who said he put a brand new top end on it. He didn't put a new top end on it. He put a new piston and rings in it because it was scored, and he did a horrible job, and there was still metal transfer on the cylinder. I gave the cylinder away to a friend of mine to see if he could clean it up. Matt, I hope it's working good for you if you're watching. Fingers crossed, like I said. Hopefully it works for you. I didn't want to tangle with it. I put a different top end on it. But anyway, that's another video, that 261. We'll be playing with that in a couple weeks to come, hopefully. I got a 372 in line that I got to get on the bench and get ported, hopefully this weekend. But yeah, man, let's get back to the topic. These mufflers, definitely on the MS400, the modded muffler. I had to write them all down. I'm thinking, depending on the cut, the dogged-in cut, we were roughly 2.5 seconds faster, and the straight cut, we were 2 seconds faster. So 2.5 on the dogged-in and 2 on the straight cut. So probably a little more torque there if we're faster dogging in. So there you go. That's what we got. Like, share, subscribe, please. And let me know in the comments what you guys want to see. I already talked to you about the 545 comparison. We'll try to get that one in. Got weather rolling in the end of the week. Today's Wednesday, so it might actually be coming in tomorrow. I'm not sure. But anyway, guys, let me know in the comments what you want to see. Let's keep talking. I'm going to get that 585 out soon, too. And I want to do some real good cuts with that. I did not have a good chain on it when I did I did a short on it. Just doing some double pieces lined up and cutting right through them. That saw is a monster. I love that saw. I want to cut more with it. I'm going to try to get some good, just like tonight, get the camera in a better spot. I have my back to you on both the cuts, and that's not good. I shouldn't have done it that way. But anyway, sorry guys. Be kind, saw safe, and enjoy life.